I'm Jesse Draper, the Valley Girl. What does your company do? Have you ever Googled yourself?
Totally.
What makes a great entrepreneur? What's your next big idea? Tweeting's like my favorite. Let's talk business.
I'm like the Valley Girl.
Do you know how easy it is for chipmunks to travel? So easy. They go from tree to tree and hole to hole without any baggage. They don't even wear clothes. Hipmunk is definitely the hippest way to travel. Let's talk business. Hipmunk is a company that simplifies booking travel online by cutting through the noise. Hipmunk raised a $4.2 million Series A right off the bat from such investors as Ashton Kutcher. Adam Goldstein co-founded Hipmunk after graduating from MIT. I think he's here. It sounded like chipmunks might be knocking at the door. Come on in.
Hey.
Hi, Adam. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So nice to meet you.
You too.
Tell me a little about Hipmunk. How did you guys come about?
Well, so when I was in college, which was just like a year and a half ago, I was traveling a lot with my debate team.
I understand you're quite the debater.
Yeah, well, I did it for 4 years, so I got kind of a lot of practice. Every weekend we would go to a different city. Sometimes we would fly internationally to like a worldwide tournament.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and after a while I became the guy that everyone relied on to book their tickets.
Okay.
And I would find myself spending hours just searching all of these different websites.
I've totally been there.
Exactly, you know, and even after I'd spent 5 hours, you know, on a Sunday afternoon, I still wouldn't really feel like I was sure I'd gotten the right flight.
Okay.
You know, I might have found the cheapest flight, but maybe it had, you know, 2 stops and an overnight somewhere, and I didn't really want that. And so I thought, man, if I could just build a site that was geared towards the way that I think about travel, then hopefully there'd be other people who think about it similarly, and they would enjoy it. And so we said, we're going to try to take the agony out of searching for travel.
Tell me about agony.
So every other site on the internet for flights and hotels, you know, sorts by price. And we think that that's silly. You know, we think that any sensible person would be willing to pay a few dollars extra to get a nonstop flight.
Sorting by agony is something that no other travel app offers. It factors in price, flight time, and stopovers, then returns results basically in order of how miserable you would be on each flight.
We feel like the process of traveling is agonizing enough.
Right.
You shouldn't have to go through even more agony when you're searching for travel.
What's your favorite, you know, travel accessory?
My eye shades.
Yes, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so I thought that maybe, you know, I had some ideas as far as how we might, you know, decrease the agonizing. So I thought maybe you could put these on. And I'd help relax you a little bit, because I think I thought of a way that I don't think you've ever thought of before.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So I thought that if you put on your nice eye shades, you know, you're on the plane, I mean, what's the first thing you think of that relaxes you?
Oh, let's see.
Bubbles!
Bubbles, okay.
Bubbles! Bubbles. So I thought that, you know, bubbles are just, they're very refreshing. I thought maybe, you know, you guys might think about using more bubbles with your travel, you know, your travel-ness. Do you feel the bubbles?
I feel the bubbles. They're very relaxing.
So now, I want to know, why did you name it Hipmunk?
So, as with most startups, we were having trouble finding a name that was available. After a few days of struggling trying to find any name we could find, I explained this problem to my girlfriend, and she suggested that we look for the name of a small, cute animal. And her thinking was that if we managed to do that, we'd be able to get a cute logo.
Right.
And I thought, that makes sense. So I started typing in names of small, cute animals. And unfortunately, all of the names that were spelled correctly were taken. No! But when I left off the C and I just typed hipmunk.com, I saw that that site was up for sale, and I thought, perfect.
So it's like a hip chipmunk.
Exactly, right? It's a hip chipmunk. It's a chipmunk that's like, you know, got the aviator goggles. It's a fun chipmunk.
And I was thinking about it. Chipmunks travel very efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have any baggage.
That's right.
They don't even wear clothes.
That's right, yeah. I mean, if only all of us could do that, right?
Well, you know, there are so many travel sites out there, so how do you guys differentiate yourselves?
So we search multiple sites, and that's a big deal for us. So we will find whether the best price is on, you know, Orbitz, or whether it's directly with an airline, or, you know, through some third party. We'll put those all together. And so that's one thing that takes a lot of the agony out of the search. You know, you don't have to open 10 different windows if you use Hipmunk. But also we do a lot of things with the user at the forefront of our mind. You know, we don't have any advertisements on our site. We don't
You
have
have
those.
no advertisements?
No ads. Isn't that wild? It's not for lack of interest. You know, there are plenty of advertisers who would love to position themselves next to our cute chipmunk. You know?
Yeah, I know. It's the cutest chipmunk in the world.
Yeah.
There's billboards all over, you know, the freeways and everything.
Yeah,
right
exactly.
now.
We really want to take the agony out of searching. And it's hard to do that when you start compromising and start having these pop-up windows and all these flashy advertisements, and you start biasing your results by
So you're
how much
simplifying.
people...
You're kind of taking the Google approach. They have
Right.
one box, you write it in that one box, and it's just simple and
Exactly.
easy.
Yep.
So do you guys ever throw out the term hipmunked?
No, but we should.
I was just wondering what that meant to you to be hipmunked.
Well, I think it would mean, you know, taking an industry that had been really old-fashioned and like making it fun to use.
So I was wondering if you had a good chipmunk voice.
Not normally.
I know something that might help you.
Okay.
Have you ever played this game?
If it is what I think it is, I think so.
Ready?
I biked here
Hi.
this morning.
How'd you do? How do you do?
Good, how are you?
Good, you biked here?
I did.
Oh, fun!
Yeah,
Do you think we're killing our brain cells?
probably.
That worked just as well as I thought it would.
We are currently hanging out with some traveling chipmunks. They're kind of like explorers, really. This guy he just wants to see the world. He has no fear of flying. This guy is just more of a water creature. Should we take him out?
Sure. Come on.
He's still traveling. He's just like, I want to see everything. I don't want to miss one sight. Oh my goodness.
They really are explorers.
Who knew chipmunks like to travel so much? I'm like the Valley Girl.
And I'm like Adam Goldstein from Hipmunk.
Well, that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And now it's time for your Dits moment. I think I've trained him to go through each hand, like so he like goes, so he just keeps going. He's ready, he's waiting.